Have you ever wanted to play that style of solo guitar where you can play the lead parts and the rhythm parts at the same time? But sometimes it can be really hard to know when to switch back and forth between the chords and the lead parts. And so I'm going to show you an easy way for you to be able to start to build this up, even if you're a beginner guitar player. Let's jump right in. The first thing you got to know is that this has to follow a chord progression. Even if they're in the same key, it can't just be random. It needs to follow a chord progression. So set that up first. For our first example here, we're just going to do A7 to D7 back and forth. Now to do the riff and then the chord part, or the lead part and the rhythm part, you might just think, well, I should do a riff here and then chord here, riff here, chord here, and then boom, I'm done. That's almost it, but if you do that, it's not going to sound the best that it could. The whole trick behind this is, instead of thinking about it as where you start the riff, think about it where you end the riff's landing spot. And the same thing for the chord's landing spot. Those should land on beat 1 of each measure. So instead of thinking of it like riff, chord, shift all those over so that the landing spot is right here. The riff lands beat 1 right here. And then this A7 lands on beat 1 here. What we're going to do from there is build more notes of the riff before that landing spot. Same thing with the chord. We're going to build a chord phrase before that chord's landing spot. You might be wondering, what landing spots do I use? You should use chord tones, which are notes from the chord that you're landing on. For now, we'll just use the root note. So the note A when we're landing on an A7, and the note D when we're landing on the chord D7. And that's for the riff part. For the actual chord part, we're just going to use these guide tone chords. So the A7 will look like this, and D7 will look like this. So putting it together, it'll look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go to the D7. 1, 2, 3, 4. D7, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D7, 2, 3. Okay. Now that doesn't sound like much, but what we're going to do is, instead of building a riff after that spot that we started, we're going to build a riff up to that note before those landing spots, like this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Chord 2, 3. See, landing there. 2, 3. 2, 3. Now on the D7. D7. In that quick example, I just played a couple notes before that landing spot. We'll do the same thing with the chords in the same way. So a way that you could play a chord phrase that's not just you go like this. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Same thing. 2, 3. So see what I'm doing there is I'm building up to the landing spot. So really what it looks like here is riff lands here, and then we're building the chord up to that chord's landing spot here. That's the whole trick to it. Let's jump into the harder example of I Got a Woman from Ray Charles. We're going to use the 16 bars that starts with, she gives me money. So if you're a beginner and you like this sound, try this exercise out. Set the metronome up, clicking at 120 or at a speed that you find comfortable. And what you're going to do is find a landing note and a chord that go with each other. In this case, just follow this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this chord. Okay, and then start with that. Then slowly start adding notes before each of those. 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, chord, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, chord, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, chord, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, chord. Now, you're probably wondering, which notes can I use to add before that landing spot? Choose notes from either the major pentatonic or the minor pentatonic. Don't think about all the notes all the way up and down the strings. Just focus on notes that are around your landing spot. Those are gonna be the best choices for making something that sounds melodic. This is the best way for you to build up your skills, knowing that the landing spot is really the important part here.